Good evening. Good evening, ladies and ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for StarScream News. It is 2020 12/12. Wrap that around your head. And I'm here to give you some very important news. So pay attention. All right, here we go. Joe Rogan News. Yes, Joe Rogan News. Recently, Joe Rogan spent over $1 million of Spotify funding just building his new studio in Texas, where Joe had to move in order to avoid all the communist hordes of California that all just wanted Joe Rogan's autograph. Homegrown, organically creative, and honestly based podcast producers say that Joe Rogan based his new studio design on a DMT dream of the devil's anus.
Wait.
From now on, Joe Rogan says, all guests on the Joe Rogan show will be required to enter the devil's anus in order to boost their views on their own channels. They will not, however, be expected to have an intelligent conversation of any kind. Yes. You already knew that. More news. All right. Next category, Black Plague News. Yes, the Black Plague is upon us. Now, according to regulation, all news pertaining to the Black Plague, an invisible, patent-based scare tactics with no foundation in virus theory, will require that the news broadcaster be assisted and accompanied by a hand gesture, what is it called? Language of the sign language. And that will be to assist those who are otherwise hearing impaired and can't read subtitles. My wonderful assistant will provide the hand gestures so that you can understand. All right. Black Plague News. Top wizards, agents of the WHO, have announced to the world this week that they were becoming slightly worried after seeing private survey polls that suggest to them that growing numbers of people are not feeling scared of the Black Plague, possibly due to raw and unprecedented boredom and the disenfranchising nature of their attention span. The top wizards, agents of the WHO, have a plan to keep the fear going by telling the plebs, the people, that the Black Plague has now crossed species through microbial mucoplasmic exosomic toxin transfer to pigs. Yes. In an effort to sell the idea to younger audiences, the top wizards, agents of the WHO, are now investing millions in a Netflix original show aimed at scaring and possibly scarring the youth. The totally original Netflix program will be called Teenage Mutant Swine Flu Ninjas. The Netflix original will be airing this season, as the animation needed for the show began work in Asia 2 months before the global lockdown. All ready to go. The top wizards, agents of the WHO, would like to assure you that despite their ability to completely plan and foresee the future with perfect predictions, all around, step by step The step-by-step nature of the Black Plague predictions are perfectly accurate. That they are not time travelers. And they would like to assure you they have no connection or relation to Doctor Who, the BBC sci-fi show. No. They just happen to be right all the time. And they, those agents of the Who, are absolutely real. And they are not time travelers, and they are not theatrical agents, and they are not wizards. They are not in any way practicing black magic. And you'll go to jail if you don't believe in the Black Plague. And in further news regarding the use of medical equipment, or just plain non-medical equipment use, the government wants you to know that plastic bags over the head are the best and preferred way to stop the spread of human-to-human contact of any kind. Oh, yes. All right. All right, gun control and confiscation news. Apologetically, those of us here at StarScream News would like to apologize, as you may have been anxiously waiting for the election news. But we're sorry, that's just not what's important or relevant for you right now. Besides, if you paid attention, months ago, I told you that Donald Trump had peacefully retired from the office of Israeli war defense, known as the president. Gun control and confiscation news. After a popular landslide victory, and without even campaigning at all, Kamala Harris was now just elected president of the Americas. All the Americas. With the highest electoral vote in history. Not just for a colored woman of color who happens to be a woman, but the highest recorded vote in all of history. In fact, more votes than were delivered for her than were people living in those areas of the United States that were allowed to vote on the entire Americas. Yes, that's a lot to say. As first executive dictate, Kamala will be looking for a total gun ban. All guns, including paper cutout pictures of guns, including toy guns, and even sticks or fallen branches that happen to look like guns, will all be collected. Of course, Kamala's private paramilitary security will still be given special permits to carry any weapons needed to keep the plebs away from her bulletproof cars and luxury jets on the way to her palatial mansions and private islands and private estates. Yes. And that includes you, Megatron. Finally, somebody with the balls to ban Megatron. Yes! All right. Christmas news. Oh, this just in. It appears Christmas is canceled. Yes, as of now, all Christmases are hereby canceled forever. In a recent meeting between Bill Gates, the Jesuit Pope, and Klaus Schwab, an agreement was made that too many people are having fun during the global lockdown, and the feeling of hope for the future of humanity was distracting the people from the intended misery of corporatocratic tyranny and technotronic consumerism. The three men, often dubbed the most evil men on the planet, were in hot debate over the best way to crush the energetic spirits of several billion people at one time. All right. Their ultimate plan for world domination and population control, which is now well underway, would work best if there was no joyfulness or cheer, no singing or laughter, and no feelings of togetherness. None would be allowed. So you see, without any resistance or dissent from the now disarmed and devastated populace, it seems Christmas is now cancelled, followed swiftly by New Year's. That's it. Good night to you all from StarScream News.